Yo, what's going on everybody? My name is Sage and welcome to another video everybody. In this video I will be going over 5 of the best snipers that you can use for 3-cat spamming in Pixel Gun 3D. Now a lot of people have been requesting this video since I have talked about loadouts before but not the snipers themselves. So not only in this video I won't only be choosing the weapons, but I'll also be showing you what led me to choose these weapons. So like a lot of the times in my videos I don't really show my reasoning behind why I choose whatever weapons I choose, and so because of that I figured in today's video I'd try and explain exactly why I chose said weapons. So that being said guys, you could skip to this time right here if you just want to see the weapons I'll be talking about, or you can hear me out and hear all my reasoning for it. Also, if you guys do enjoy this video and if it helps you out, I'd really appreciate if you could subscribe to my channel because I do post YouTube videos every single day, and I also like to stream occasionally as well. I will be getting a new PC soon so I can start streaming. So if you do enjoy this video, leave a like and let's get right into it. When looking at different types of snipers, there's a lot of things that you have to keep in mind. For instance, animations. So there's a lot of weapons that when combined with weapons that have animations won't have animations. For example, the one here that I'm using is the Brutal Headhunter. When combined with the Exterminator, it doesn't have an animation. So you can switch in the animation with the Exterminator over to the Brutal Hunter, and then you can melee switch to the Reflector, which makes for a really good combo. And this goes for a lot of other weapons as well, such as the Elf's Revenge. As you can see here, the Elf's Revenge has a really good ability to not have an animation after the Exterminator as well. And it doesn't have to just be the Exterminator for backup. It could be also weapons such as the Alien Blaster, for example, but it works nonetheless. And another one that works really well is the Photon Sniper. As you can see here, the Photon Sniper is really good, and it's probably one of the best snipers that you could use for this method because it does have the burning effect, which is really powerful. So it's really good. And also the Succubus also works for it, and the Succubus is a really powerful sniper. So if you want to use a weapon that's really powerful and also doesn't have an animation, I would definitely recommend using something like the Succubus because it works so well after using the Exterminator or a weapon that has an animation. You could also start with the Reflector. So if you wanted to start with the Reflector and then go to the Succubus right after, it works the same way as if you're just starting off with the Exterminator, so it doesn't matter. So there's also another type of animation blocker style weapon that is has no animation whatsoever, such as the Flag Keeper. So the Flag Keeper actually cancels out all animations, so there won't be any at all. For example, you can use it as a Middleman weapon. It works the same way as a an Ice King or the Poison Darts would do. It acts as a Middleman weapon for other weapons that have animations. So for animations, there's a lot of problems with them. The Ice King here works as a Middleman weapon for the Anti-Champion as well as the Exterminator. So normally, when you use the Anti-Champion to the Exterminator, there's an animation, and the same thing for reversed way. Now, what if you had the Anti-Champion with the Ice King, as you can see here? If you were to do that, there's no animations because of that weapon being a Middleman weapon. And like I was just showing before, the most common Middleman style is to use the special, for example, the Ice King and the Poison Darts, and it also works for backup as well. I can just show you the Poison Darts here. It works the same way, but it works for backup the same way. For example, if you were to use a weapon like the Harpy or the Werewolf, it cancels out animations. But like I was just showing you before, there's a couple weapons that don't have animations right after you use one that does. So that's just something to look at for some certain snipers. And it isn't just the Anti-Champion either. It also works the same way for weapons like the Garbage Rifle, and it's not just the Exterminator. It could also be, like I said, like I was saying before, it could be the Alien Blaster as well. It just depends on the weapon that has the animation. So another thing that's really important to look at is area damage weapons, because nowadays a lot of people do prefer to use area damage weapons. So if you prefer to use these style of weapons, then you could use something like the Super Shot Rifle or, for example, the Black Hole. They both work the same way, but personally I wouldn't really use the area damage snipers. There's other categories that you can use area damage for, such as, obviously the heavy category. Another really important quality of different snipers is the actual quality that it has itself, because obviously there's a bunch of different ones the slowdown feature, the burning feature, but the best 3 qualities you can have on a sniper are penetrate, wall break, and ricochet. Those are like the 3 best ones that you want. So looking at a bunch of different ricochet weapons, which by the way, I talk a lot about the best ricochet snipers in Pixel Gun 3D, not ricochet snipers, but like best ricochet weapons in general. So if you're interested in ricochet weapons, go check out the video that I posted just before this one. I talked a lot about that. Anyway, guys, I'm talking about ricochet weapons for snipers. These are really important to have because you don't actually have to aim directly at the person. You can aim a little bit before them, and a lot of weapons sort of depend, like on like they vary on skill, depending on how high their fire rate is. So like weapons have really high fire rate. It's almost like you're kind of just spamming at that point. But weapons with like slower fire rate, such as the alien sniper, those are a lot more hard to use, so it's not something that I would really use for like 3-cat spam because it's really difficult to use with its slow fire rate. So it might not seem to be very important, but a weapon's crosshair is actually really like a really big factor of how well you can actually use it. So weapons, like most snipers have like the cylinder shaped crosshair with like the dot in the middle. That's almost with like every single sniper in the game, but there's a couple of them that are actually different. For example, the prototype S here has this crosshair in the middle. These kinds of crosshairs, the ones that look like the plus symbols, are a lot easier to use compared to like this one right here. This is probably one of the easiest crosshairs to use in the game, although it is, obviously a lot different from something you're probably used to, since most of them have that cylinder shaped like thing in the middle. But a lot of snipers do have that sort of cylinder thing, and those are actually a lot more difficult to use. There's only like a select few that are really good to use, such as the garbage rifle. That's like the easiest one. So what's my list? Well, it isn't exactly easy to pick which ones are the best because everybody plays with weapons differently, but I'll go ahead and say what I believe will be the best. So after looking at all the weapons' different traits, every single different type of sniper itself, I would say that these are the best snipers that you can use for 3-cat spam. So the first of the 5 that I'll be talking about is called the Comet, which is what this one is right here. So the Comet is one of the like best ricochet snipers in the game itself. It has a high fire rate, and as long as you're not just single cat spamming, you're actually using it for 3-cat spam, it's really good, especially since you don't have to like slow down with your 3-cat loadout, because there's a lot of like weapons where they have a really slow fire rate, and so when you switch throughout your entire 3-cat loadout, sometimes you get back to the weapon before it actually is ready to fire again, and that's not the case with this sniper. You're able to shoot it like really consistently and easily. You can shoot it and then you can do your 3-cat loadout, and by the time you get back, it's ready to go again. So this is definitely one of the best snipers you can use for 3-cat. Okay guys, so the next one I'm going to be talking about is called the Garbage Rifle. Now the Garbage Rifle is probably one of the easiest to use snipers in the entire game itself. The Garbage Rifle just seems to be so incredibly accurate that it seems like you're just like it seems like you have aimbot whenever you're using this gun, guys. It's so easy to use. Like, I don't know why, I don't know if it's like just me, maybe it's just superstition or something, but whenever I'm using this gun, it just feels so smooth, and it works so well with any loadout that you do. Even if you don't do like a middleman weapon loadout, even if you do like melee switch, this weapon works so well for it, and it's just so accurate. I love this weapon so much, guys. So if you are able to get this weapon, I think it might not be like available anymore, but if you do have it, it's so worth using. Okay guys, so the next one I'm going to be talking about is called the Elephant Hunter. Now, the Elephant Hunter is a weapon that everybody uses for 3-cat spam if they do have it. If you can think of anybody who does have this weapon, likeliness is they do use it, and to be honest, every single pro player that I can think of uses it. For example, King, Lucas, anybody who has the weapon definitely uses it because it's extremely good. It doesn't have very much delay since it's an old weapon, and it hasn't really been patched yet. I'm not sure if it has delays with any weapon, to be honest, but I do know that it's really accurate, easy to use, and it works so well with every single 3-cat loadout that you can think of. Alrighty guys, the next one I'm going to be talking about is called the Sniper Exoskeleton. Now, the Sniper Exoskeleton is probably one of the most cool and unique weapons in this game, and the reason I think that is because of the fact that it has the barrel that comes over your shoulder that is connected to like a machine that's attached around your back. There are a few like actual exoskeleton weapons in this game, however, I do think that this one is the coolest because whenever you shoot the button, you don't actually pull the trigger on any sort of sniper. It actually, you press the button on a machine and it shoots for you, which is really cool and unique, but that's just the aesthetic things about this weapons. I think that personally this weapon should be on this list because of its damage. It is a one-shot to the body and a one-shot to the head as well. It also has wall break, which is really, really important. When this weapon is combined with a magic level 3 module, or magic level 6, I think. Actually, yeah, I think it's magic level 6. When it's combined with magic level 6, guys, this weapon is basically unstoppable. You are able to one-shot anybody no matter what, and it works so well with any 3-cat loadout you can imagine. The only thing is, it does have an animation, I believe, every now and then, so you do have to choose certain weapons to combine with it. But I do have a bunch of ways to 3-cat spam. In the description, I'll have a link to the video on how to 3-cat spam with animation weapons. Alrighty guys, the last weapon I'm going to be talking about is called the Anti-Champion Rifle. Now everybody probably knows why I put this weapon on here, which is because of its damage, guys. This weapon is a one-shot to the body and a one-shot to the head 99.9% repeating of the time. The only way that it's not a one-shot to the head, or to the body rather, is if the person has like the max level armor with the best like possible modules they can have, which is really, really rare because it costs so many coins to get there and nobody wants to spend that many coins on like to upgrade their armor. So this weapon in most scenarios is a one shot to the body and to the head, and it also has a wall break, and it works so well with every single 3-cat spam loadout, except you do have to use a Middleman weapon. Alrighty guys, that is going to be the end of this video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, make sure to let me know down in the comments which of these you will be using in the future, or if you'll be using multiple of them. I'd love to know, because I always like to see if my video helped you or not. That being said, guys, if you did enjoy it, make sure to leave a like and also subscribe, because I do post a video every single day. And yeah, guys, I would very much appreciate that. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Hey, do you have Discord? If so, you should totally join the official Unity Discord. The link to it is down in the description. As of right now, we have over 500 members who are constantly looking for people to play with. As soon as you join, you can have easy communication with me and everyone else in the community. So, what are you waiting for, man? Go join my Discord. The link is down in the description.